So I'll be going over my 1,500 win today. It's a pretty big day, and it's the best day I had in like a long time. So I'll be going over what it is. So the first trade I took, it was on NQ right here. So I knew it was going to be a continuation day. So the whole day I was longs, did not take any shorts. Zooming in, once I saw what I needed, I just enter right there. My stop was originally below this candle low, and once we came up, I saw this wick rebalance to this volume imbalance, and we wicked it. I didn't want price to go any lower, right? So once we rebalance here, we came up. I just put my stop at break even, and this wick came down one more time and stopped me at break even. So yeah, that's the break even trade. After it stopped me out, I just ran to my target and continue way higher. So I knew we're still going to go higher because we have more rooms to go. This was my overall target for the day. And of course, we reached it and go even higher. So after that, I went to ES when I got stopped at break even. Um, so on ES, I saw this internal manipulation. We came down and we inversed this fair value gap. So once we inversed it, I just jumped into trade on my stop below was somewhere here. I had my stops down here pretty loose. And once we came down, I had learned my lesson from the first time and I just kept it there. And of course, we held this inverse, held it, came down, and then we displaced higher. Once we close above this high, that's when I put my stops at break even and it ran to my target. So that ended up being 1,500 a day. I was in one close, but yeah, one contract for that. And I just call it a day from there. But what I see, like the what's a common problem I see in this trading community, and it happened to me also when I was still learning, is people just look for like shorts or longs once high or lows taken. So essentially pattern trading. I used to suffer like from the same thing. Once a high is taken, I just pattern trade, look for like bigger structure, um, fair value gap to enter. And if you took any of those right here, you would have lost, right? So let's say for this high right here, ES came down, came up, we took this high, and you see this inverse. We took this internal high, we took this, you see inverse, and this would have been a good trade, right? But it's not very like high probable because all the other all the other time frames tell us that we are bullish, right? So the daily we came down, we filled this gap that was bullish, 1 hour bullish, 15 bullish. So there's essentially no reason we should be taking shorts just from like liquidity sweep on the higher time frame. Because if it's that simple, then people will just make a bot to exploit it. So every time we take a high, we inverse this fair value gap, we just enter on there. It's really not that easy. So that's the problem I see in a lot of traders, and that play a big part in getting my win rates higher after I recognize that you need more than just liquidity sweep and fair value gap to win your trades. Um, but this is London trade. I took a break even on. I'll just go over it real quick. Um, London. I wanted this whole volume imbalance to be filled. We didn't, but first we came down here. I was awake before 3 a.m. So when I see this chop, I just went back to sleep, and I just woke up like 30 minutes after and saw the shorts that would have been nice to take. But this would have been a trade I took if I was awake for London. So we took this high, we came back to fill this. I think it was a 5 minute order block. Came down. Maybe would have entered somewhere here or up here to this low, or even held a run down here. But that would have been stopped at break even. But yeah, I took shorts after I see his internal, and I see a displacement down. I enter on here. on my stops on top. And once we closed below this low, I put my stop to break even and I got break even. So um that's that. But the previous two London session was pretty clean, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, that's really the whole recap for today.